You read the books, you watch the motivational videos, maybe you've even tried meditation or journaling, yet nothing really sticks. You still feel stuck falling back into old habits and patterns. Why does personal growth feel like such a struggle, even when we know what we need to do? I've been there and I realised that the real problem isn't the lack of information, it's something deeper. In this video, I'll break down why transformation feels so hard and what's stopping you from making real, lasting changes. And if you stick around until the end, I'll share the biggest mindset shift that made personal growth effortless for me. Step 1. Most people focus on the what instead of why. Most people approach personal growth like a checklist. They think reading the right books, watching motivational videos, or following a morning routine will transform their lives. But information alone doesn't lead to real change because it only addresses the surface level. So let me give you an example. Imagine someone wants to get fit. They read the books on fitness, watch workout videos, buy all the right supplements, but they never actually go to the gym consistently. Why? Because it's not a knowledge problem. They know what they need to do. The problem is that their identity and subconscious patterns haven't changed. They might still see themselves as someone who struggles with fitness. They might also have a deeper fear of failure. They might not also believe that they're capable of sustaining progress. So what do? They stay stuck in the same cycle. And this is where most people go wrong. They keep focusing on what to do instead of asking why they're not doing it. If this sounds familiar, stay with me, because in the next section, I'll explain why this happens on a biological level and how to fix it. Step 2. Your brain activity is wired to keep you in a comfort zone. Have you ever set a goal, felt motivated for a few days, and then completely lost momentum? That's not because you are lazy or undisciplined, it's because of how your brain is wired. Your brain's job actually isn't to make you successful. It's not to even make you happy. It's to keep you safe and protect you from discomfort. And do you know what's uncomfortable? Change. Whenever you try to do something new, whether it's waking up early, starting a business, changing a mindset, your brain freaks out. It sees the unknown as a threat. This is why we resist change, even when it's good for us. So let me break it down with you with a little science from just one of many bits of research. Studies show that in neuroscience, they suggest that 95% of your brain activity happens on a subconscious level. That means most of our thoughts and emotions and behaviors are running on autopilot, which is the subconscious mind. So if you've ever felt stuck, it's not because you're not capable or you can't do change. It's because your brain is literally wired to resist it. But the good news, it can rewire, and let's talk about how we do that. Step 3, emotional resistance blocks your growth. Growth isn't just about adding new habits, it's about letting go of old emotional attachments. And I know this is hard because we are deeply connected to our past identities, old beliefs, and even past experiences. Let me give you a real life example. Imagine someone who wants to be more confident. They practice speaking up more. They push themselves to network. They try to put themselves out there. But every time they do, a voice inside them tells them these things. Examples: you're not good enough. People will judge you. This isn't who you are. Just like that, they shrink back into their old habits. So why does this happen? Because deep down, they have a belief that they are not confident. That belief has been reinforced for years, maybe even since childhood. And their brain fears the identity shift. That comes with becoming someone new. So they also still say, if I change, will people still accept me? What if I fail? This is what keeps people stuck. Not lack of effort, but emotional resistance to stepping into the new version of themselves. And this is why personal growth feels so hard. So what's the solution? It's shifting from forcing change to embodying a new identity, and that's exactly what I'll explain right next. Step 4, the identity shift, becoming the person you want to be. The secret to effortless growth is identity alignment. You don't just need new habits, you need a new version of yourself. Think about it. A smoker trying to quit who still sees themselves as a smoker will struggle with every craving. But a smoker who decides they are now a non-smoker finds it much easier to stay on track. The key to lasting transformation? Shift your identity first. So instead of saying, I want to be confident, you know what you say? You say, I am confident. Of course, instead of saying this, I want to be healthy, say this instead, I am someone who prioritizes health. When you change who you believe you are, your habits will follow. And what happens then is that your growth no longer feels like a struggle. It becomes your natural way of being. So now the final mindset shift that changed everything for me. Personal growth feels hard because we approach it the wrong way. We try to force habits, we try to chase motivation, we resist change instead of embracing it. But when you understand why you are stuck, train your brain to see change as safe, release emotional resistance, shift your identity, growth stops being hard. You know what happens? It becomes effortless. Remember, this is a step-by-step process, but the discipline will be worth it. And now I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest thing that holds you back in personal growth? Drop a comment below and I will read every single one. And if you're ready to take the first step into shifting into your next chapter, then just tap the link in the description and you can take your own free growth and well-being assessment. This will support you on your growth journey. Your second life starts now. Let's begin.